Hi everybody, this is Tony. Another segment here on how to get healthy. And we're going to do a segment today on label reading. Okay, I've been in the health food industry for 12 years. I've been doing this for 35 years. And when you go to a health food store, if it's of any significance, it'll be huge. And you're going to have 90 bazillion products in the store. You're going to have foods, and you're going to have vitamins, and you're going to have herbs, and you're going to have whatever. Okay, you go to the grocery store, forget the health food store, let's go to the grocery store, and you've got aisles and aisles of food. How do you know what's safe? How do you know what to look for? Okay? The big key here is this, being able to read. But not only being able to read, being able to interpret what you're reading. Now, for some of you, I'm like you, I'm no different, I'm just a guy that knows some stuff, right? Some of those things you're reading require a Bachelor of Arts, a PhD, and whatever else to be able to interpret what the bloody hell you're reading. So get a book, something like this, Food Additives, and start carrying it with you. Now, or go online and do a food additive research. If you're not sure of a food additive or a chemical additive, say you're buying shampoo, soap, and you see all these chemicals in there, you don't know what the heck you're putting on your skin, what's going to penetrate the skin, what's going to be carried into the liver or into the brain. Some of you are wearing hairsprays and stuff that have got all kinds of aluminum stuff, and it goes right into the brain. You wind up with brain damage or thyroid damage. Some of you can't figure out why your thyroid is all screwed up because you're putting stuff on your skin that's going in there and causing problems. Some of you are having problems, with going to the washroom. Your liver is saying, oh, because you put some kind of additive in there that the liver is just suffering with. Okay? So, that it's called, again, I don't endorse anybody, but if you got something of any value that works, I will say this works. If it doesn't work, I won't tell you that, but then again, if you don't see it, you can assume that if I'm not a believer in it, it's not going to be displayed. Now, it's called Food Additives. It's a start. It's not the end-all, be-all, but it's a start. Okay? Now, I've got yogurt here, and I've got kefir. I live in Windsor, Ontario, and I live in a multicultural society. So we have the benefit here of getting foods from all over the world, which I love. I love the ethnicity here. Now, this yogurt, see all this squiggly here, looks like, you coming from the Middle East. It isn't. It's coming from Canada, but this is the way it's marketed. Now, when you read the label, look in the back here. Okay, ingredients, modified milk ingredients, active bacterial cultures, lactobacillus acidophilus. This is an actually very good yogurt and very rich. And again, notice it's not sugar on there. Doesn't say sugar-free, doesn't say fat-free. This is plain yogurt. That's the only one you should be buying. Plain yogurt. Not just necessarily this brand, but plain. In the United States, I know it's tough because everything's no fat. No fat this, no fat that. A lot of you are suffering because of this no fat. Go to a health food store, buy it with the fat. And if you can't buy it with the fat, make it yourself. Simplest way to make yogurt is buy some acidophilus, get some milk, blend it with some coconut fat, throw your acidophilus culture into it, take the glass, put it in an oven, turn the light on, next day you've got yogurt. You don't have to go to all this extreme about boiling and sanitizing because it's already been done. All you want now is the cultural growth. Or take kefir grains and do the same thing. Okay, now, this is a good product. There's nothing in it. There's no chemicals. And if you look at it, the fat content is about 6 grams. The sugar content is about 8, which is really low. And the protein is about 6 grams. Now a lot of these yogurts you're going to find are like 25. They don't they don't call it sugar. They call it carbohydrate or whatever, which is a sugar. So again, you'll see 10, 15, 25, 30 grams of sugar in one of these things. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Basically, you're buying candied milk. You don't want that. That candied milk will kill you. This one here, I like. This is kefir. It's organic kefir from Pine Hedge Farms. Now, I know I'm giving it a plug, but trust me, I'm not getting anything from these guys. But they have a good product. Now, they've got organic whole milk, pasteurized, not homogenized. In other words, the fat is still here. It didn't strip the fat away. Okay? Live bacterial cultures. This is kefir. Those of you who are suffering from enzyme inefficiency, that's the thing you want to use. Okay. This is a MSM product. Basically, you look at it. I gotta find out where the heck everything is here now. Where'd you put it? Dietary supplement, guaranteed. Basically all that's in this thing is MSM. Other ingredients, none. So basically there's no magnesium stearate. There's nothing in this. This is pure and clean. Now a lot of times when you buy the powders and make the supplements yourself, it's a better way of doing it. Now if you don't know what you're doing, you contact a guy like me down here in Windsor and we make it for you. Okay? CQ10. Okay, this is with an omega-3 fish oil. All CQ10s usually are fat soluble. Now, we just showed in another segment about how to make your mayonnaise, how to put CQ10 with your egg, adding pepper to it or piperine to increase the effect of the CQ10. Now, if you add the essential oil of orange or lemon or lime, which has limonene, it also impacts the CQ10 that much further. Now, this one has in it gelatin, which is the capsule, rice bran oil, which is the carrier, glycerin, water, yellow beeswax, carob, and annatto extract. Those things are safe. They're not going to hurt you. There might be some slight whatever with some people with sensitivity, but generally speaking, this would be a safe product, CQ10. Now, we were at a health food store yesterday. We were looking at CQ10, and Solar Ray actually had one 30 milligram strength. Nothing in it but CQ10. I would have bought it. They got this ubiquinol product out there now. Some of the dumbest things I've seen, where you extracted the CQ10 to make it 7 times more absorbable, then you're mixing it with canola oil or soybean oil. When you see this kind of stupidity, leave it on the shelf. Contact the companies and tell them you refuse to buy the product until they change these toxic fats. This is the only way anything changes. Okay? You go to the grocery store, and you're seeing something in it, and now this is something I saw here in Windsor. A chocolate bar had sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate. Sodium penetrates your cells and cleans your cells, and it carries with it whatever you put with it. What's aluminate? Aluminum. You're giving it to little kids, a chocolate bar with this crap in it. Okay? Then you can't figure out why they're going because their brains are gone to mush. And then somebody's going to tell you, oh, they got ADD, and then they're going to give you a drug. What they've got is aluminum poisoning. This is why you don't feed your little kids soy. This is why you don't feed them canola, because it shuts down the thyroid. You know, they don't tell you about this. They'll tell you, oh, the benefits of soy. Soy will do nothing for you except kill you. And canola. Okay, don't use them. Canola scars the thyroid. Some of you having thyroid issues. Leave the canola alone. Scars the heart. Leave it alone. It says it's got omega-3. It's got a lot of junk in it as well. Okay, it's a penetrant. Omega-3s should never be heated above 100 degrees. And if you cook with canola oil, how hot are you cooking? Don't use it. Better oils out there. You got butter, you've got ghee, you've got coconut oil, you've got shea butter, cocoa butter, you've got almond oil, sesame seed oil, olive oil, sunflower oil. You've got tons of choices. Don't get caught up on these stupid fats that do nothing but break you down. Okay, now this is my brand. This is what I make for me. Okay, I got in here acetyl-L-carnitine, alpha-lipoic acid. I got at 400 milligram strength and 200 milligram. 400 milligram of acetyl-L-carnitine and 200 milligram of the alpha-lipoic acid. This you can make yourself. We've shown you how to make vitamins on the store. Again, that's all that's in there. Now, if I'm labeling this, that's what I put on there. Product A, product B, and nothing else. You go into a store, and you're buying a box of cereal. You go in the health food store, it says sugar-free, but they've added cane juice, and grapefruit juice, or grape juice, and cherry juice. That's still sugar. It's still sugar. Okay? You go to the regular store, you go Kellogg's Corn Flakes, or whatever, you know, or sugar so-and-so, and you read the ingredients, sugar, sugar, sugar. There's no difference. I tell people don't eat grapes, bananas, watermelon, raisins. Why? Because the glycemic index is off the chart. Lay off of that stuff, you'll be actually able to taste again. Some of you can't take fruit because the fruit isn't sweet enough, or it's a different type of sugar. That's because you're addicted to the drug, sugar.